is the charge. Eating a meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
Hi everyone. Recently, my roommate brought some people over and I didn't know what to put on the TV in the living room to entertain them, because honestly, all I've been watching lately is the Blacklist, and that's all I have on my mind and absolutely nothing else. My brain kept refreshing and I was just like, the Blacklist, the Blacklist, the Blacklist. I knew I couldn't subject them to a show that requires a good amount of paying attention and a substantial need for explanation, especially if we were starting at season 4, which is where I currently am. So letting the puppet gods take the wheel and going off of pure vibes, somehow I managed to conjure up from the depths of YouTube one of the strangest videos I have shared with others. And I think I need to talk about it. Why I thought this would be a good thing to share with strangers, I don't know. So, to my roommate's friends, I'm sorry. But to my viewers, boy, you're in for a treat. So, where do I begin? I guess I should start with telling you about the New Orleans-based absurdist musical duo Quintron and Miss Pussycat. Miss Pussycat, a multifaceted artist, creating not only music, but ceramics, paintings, photos, videos, and puppets. Quintron is equally as talented as a multi-instrumentalist and inventor. Together they create music videos, short films, and have even participated in creating museum exhibits in a surreal, avant-garde, and whimsical way. Quintron and Miss Pussycat performed their organ-driven party music all around the world, including, of course, at Meow Wolf in Santa Fe, an attraction known for trippy and, in my opinion, creepy interactive experiences. It could not be a more fitting place for this band to perform. Most of the time, in Miss Pussycat and Quintron's live shows, there are puppets created and often performed by Miss Pussycat herself. They sing and banter, as well as are the main characters in many music videos and short films by Quintron and Miss Pussycat. The two artists both have individual projects as well. Most interestingly, through my research, I found a band formed by Quintron called Weather Warlock, which uses sun, wind, rain, and temperature to control a monster analog system that plays music for as little as 30 minutes to as long as a year, utilizing as little as 0 musicians and as many as 9. The duo have been active for quite some time, more than 30 years, and are still together to this day, recently finishing a 2024 summer tour. I should also point out that they are indeed a married couple, but are very private about their personal lives and don't give interviews. But what are we here to talk about today? We're here to talk about puppets. While it's not necessarily hard to find the puppet works of Quintron and Miss Pussycat online, especially music videos and promotional content on her and Quintron's official channel, finding her longer puppet content involves more specific searches. And somehow, on this fateful day when trying to summon up something fun to watch with some strangers, I managed to find a full version of one of her short films on YouTube. Upon first glance at the video, it does not contain Miss Pussycat or Quintron's name, just the title of the special. Of course, maybe unfortunately, this is a holiday special, and evidently it is currently not the holiday season, but I like to keep the spirit of Christmas alive all throughout the year. So let's have Christmas in August this year and dive into this enthralling and unusual holiday special from 2002 that airs every Christmas season in New Orleans on the public access station Cox Channel 10. The special is called North Pole Nutrias. At the beginning of this half-hour special, after the opening credits, we are introduced to Dusty and Treasure, our two main characters. They are Nutrias, which are a semi-aquatic rodent similar to a beaver that you can find in Louisiana. And these two characters happen to live in Louisiana in a tiny house beside the water. They receive a phone call and have found out they won a trip to the North Pole, receiving free tickets to any show happening there, and the promise they might meet Santa. They just need to attend a 90-minute seminar first to learn about a virus that is destroying Santa's toys, leaving them green and slimy. The Nutrias head to the North Pole, and the sets and props are very creative, but the music adds to the feeling that maybe I shouldn't have gone into this completely sober.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are about to land at the North Pole. Looking out the window down below, to your left is the famed Ice Cave Hotel. Please fasten your seatbelts, put your tray tables up, and your seats must be in the upright position.
They stay at a hotel and decide what show they want to see that evening. It appears that the North Pole is similar to Manhattan, or maybe similar to dealing with timeshares in places like Florida. They talk about the various shows they can see that evening, and decide on which one they might go to. But alas, they see a news bulletin on their hotel TV discussing the aforementioned virus destroying Santa's toys. They then attend the seminar about the virus, and the evil virus himself shows up, singing a very interesting song.
See something slimy, and your toys are green. Better watch out, because this virus is so lean. Bad guy power, bad guy power, bad guy power.
Especially weird is that the character is voiced by the sheriff of Jefferson Parish, Louisiana at the time. And even weirder is that he agreed to lend his fantastic vocal abilities to this special. I mean, he is on par with Tim Curry here. I can't even think of a better actor they could have cast in this part. It's just absolutely incredible. Our main characters try and find a way to kill the virus, but soon they stop thinking about that, and with some poor line delivery, head to a concert hosted by Santa.
Let's all go see the show at Santa's Theater tonight.
This is where the movie picked right up, and I was bopping right along with the tunes. And I choked on my saliva when Santa was revealed.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Welcome to the North Pole. We have a great and wonderful show here for you tonight. The most beautiful hour in show business. This will be a happy, spectacular show here tonight for everyone.
You know, I think his appearance rivals other famous movie Santas, such as Edmund Gwenn in Miracle on 34th Street and Charles Durning in Elmo Saves Christmas. He's played by the Crawfish King of New Orleans, Al Scramuzza, and I think the casting could not have been more perfect. No Santa can top this Santa. This is peak Santa. This is the best Santa I have ever seen in any movie ever. It's my new favorite Santa, Al Scramuzza. The best Santa. Best Santa ever. Anyways, it's fantastic, I digress. We are soon serenaded by a couple of humans singing Please Come Home for Christmas, before being treated to the creators of this special, Quintron and Miss Pussycat themselves, performing something that can only be described as the talking heads in B-52's meet, and drop so much acid that they can't see anymore, and then they're given a keyboard and a turntable and told to let loose. It's great. It's great, I love it.
Reindeer rhythms, they're about to fly. Come back the rooftop up so high. Reindeer rhythms gonna take you there. I want Christmas everywhere. You want a present?
Kitten.
Right now. It's time for Reindeer Rhythms.
And if you want to know how all this ties up, well, I guess you're going to have to watch it. It may or may not contain product placement of a drum buddy invented by Quintron. Will the virus end Christmas toys forever? Or will the Nutrias save the day? I always want my videos to start as a springboard into your own discovery of new puppet things. And there is so much to Quintron and Miss Pussycat, I barely have even scratched the surface here. After watching this special the first time, I was left utterly baffled by what I had just seen. When it comes to the negatives, I wish there was a subtitle option, as I couldn't understand the characters all the time due to the quality of the audio, as well as the main characters' voices being pitched up in a way that left my brain in pain and my ears in confusion. The line delivery leaves something to be desired, but it adds to the weirdness.
They need more toys fast. It's only 2 days till Christmas.
A lot of the background music sounds like the pre-recorded setting you can find on a keyboard, and it's very repetitive. Some of the music was performed by Glitter and Gold, a party music group from New Orleans that you can rent out for your next event. Once you block out the background music or just plain go insane, the special becomes a fun adventure of nonsense, and you can begin to appreciate the creativity when it comes to the sets and the props and become enthralled by the performances, especially Santa Claus. Quintron and Miss Pussycat really managed to snag some local celebrities for this film. Not just Al Scaramouza and the sheriff, but also cartoonist Bunny Matthews plays the lead role of Dusty. This is certainly some unusual casting choices, but it adds to the camp of the show. Many times, people compare all puppets to the Muppets, and this is far from that. You can't go into the filmography and discography of Quintron and Miss Pussycat expecting something mainstream and easy to watch or listen to, and that's what I did wrong on the first watch. Keep your mind open, discover new things, exciting things, things you haven't encountered before. After my first watch, I thought about it, and I was like, okay, that was weird. And on the second watch, I really started to get it. I enjoyed my experience. Not only were my ears bleeding, but so were my eyes, and I loved every moment of it. I always enjoy discovering new public access shows, and this was the first one I found myself without watching a compilation video by Blame It On Jorge or Joey Engelman. Also, there's a meta moment that I love. I love meta moments. In the first minute of the special, there are the two main characters watching TV, but the people on the TV are watching them, and I think that's absolutely fascinating.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We have won a vacation package to the North Pole.
Really?
Everything Miss Pussycat and Quintron have done is experimental and one of a kind, and this special feels that way. I haven't quite seen anything like it, and probably won't anytime soon. Since North Pole Nutrias, Miss Pussycat and Quintron have continued making music and videos, and I hope someday they come back to Canada to tour. Hey, if you're watching this, Miss Pussycat and Quintron, and need a puppeteer, I'm here in Canada if you ever come up here, and if you don't need a puppeteer and you come to Canada nonetheless, I will be in the front row of your concert. You guys are my favorite find of this year. Well, everyone, I hope you've discovered something new and take a deep dive into the surreal world of Quintron and Miss Pussycat. Maybe you can also whip out North Pole Nutrias at Christmas time to watch alongside Rudolph and Frosty with your family. I'm sure they'd greatly appreciate it and have their life changed at the incredible performance of Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Sadly, with only around 5,000 views on YouTube currently, people outside of New Orleans really need to see this cinematic masterpiece. If you're looking for a trip, and not the kind that requires a vehicle, watch North Pole Nutrias. This is currently my favorite discovery of obscure puppet media. Remember to like, subscribe, and let me know if you've seen this before, or have another obscure puppet show I can talk about. Also, do you agree that this Santa is the greatest film portrayal of Santa ever? No? Oh, okay, I understand. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.
Ho, ho, ho.